Tenure elongation. Nigerians will resist Tinubu's stay beyond 2027 ADC.
Yes, I've seen the back and forth about whether the president would want to stay beyond. He hasn't even won his re-election in 2027. But yes, I can understand the anxiety of people who might be inclined to think that he would stay beyond 2027. I hope not. I hope not, because it will plunge this country into the biggest crisis ever seen. But I hope not. But I can't say boldly that it will not happen. I can't say that. Even if as of now the president hasn't thought of it, as time moves on and with the kind of National Assembly and politicians that we have, I can't say boldly that there will not be an attempt. How far it will be resisted will depend largely on how far the president himself goes from now till this second or third year after 2027. But again, it will be a factor then. Whether you like it or not, the president is old. And even though his age is put at 73, I mean, all of us know that Baba is not 73, so there'll also be an age factor. And Nigeria is a funny place, but I don't trust my politicians. And one of the reasons why one should be worried is this: if you have a sense of history, I don't want to quote, I don't want to ruffle feathers, but if you have a sense of history, when most places he appears, at national places, and on your mandate we shall stand is sung repeatedly, not necessarily at party level, it's worrying. These are the beginning of the signs of those of us who did history, who have a sense of history. We've seen it happen in the world before, and we hope that it doesn't repeat itself. And when you now turn around and see that there's a 92-year-old Cameroonian next door who is running for presidential election, then you know that.
By the way, one of his children has said that her father would to run again.
Somebody is going to tell you that someone come money. There's always, you see, politicians have an answer for everything, and they might say that her mother is not the woman at home. All kinds of funny things. But the man is going to win the election. He has the country tight under him, and it's happening in Africa. In fact, Ghana and South Africa are the only two countries I can think of now. Maybe Tanzania, I can think of who have had a nice relay of power. So all said and done, well, his spokesperson now has said that he will not. He does not thinking of time negation. But I am always afraid of a sentence that has in the middle of it, however. And the president didn't plan to run, but however, I hope that doesn't happen.
Okay.
But we still have 2027 to contend with.
Okay. Let's go take this story here. Quite an unfortunate one. Page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. Container crushes police officer, another to death in Lagos.
Initially, when I saw this story this morning, I thought maybe that was what was responsible for the terrible traffic that you had statewide. Yesterday, I heard it was bedlam everywhere. But apparently, another trailer also fell on the adjacent side of town. And with the heavy rains and so on. I don't know what the Lagos State government is going to do about the menace of these trailers. I don't know what they're going to do. And I think the government needs to, maybe the governor and so on, they need to go back and work out something, because they are a complete menace. Apart from the fact that the drivers drive anyhow, I mean, that is a human fact. But most of them are not tied on properly. It's a free world. And that is where I think a lot of these, what do you call them now? Not Madja, what all these...
LASMA?
Not
FRSC?
LASMA, no.
FRSC?
The Lagos State licensing, whatever.
VIO.
VIO.
Okay.
That's where they need to concentrate on public vehicles. But of course, we know that the VIO lately has become an extortionist and whatever. But the governor needs to do something, concentrate on these trailers. They're a complete menace, and they're everywhere.
Right.
Every corner you go, you find a container and whatever. And there must be a better way of doing these things. Come to think of it, I will notice again next time I travel.
Yeah.
I don't seem to see that much containers within the city of London. I don't tend to see them. But I think Mom, I think a lot of the containers are moved by rail. But containers have become a complete nuisance here, and we must find a way of getting things done. So yesterday, a police officer and a female passenger, they were crossed to death. They used the word crossed, and that a 40-foot container loading truck overturned on a commercial tricycle at the Jora Causeway in Ward 7 Up. And may their souls rest in perfect peace.
Okay, may their souls rest in perfect peace. Amen. Let's go to the politics page of the Vanguard newspaper. The story is here. Atiku Tinubu in fierce battle for Buhari's northern bloc.
So the gloves are off. The race for 2027 without annex permission has been kick-started by everybody. So that's the way Nigeria is. We don't stick to the law. Yes, but both those in government and those in the opposition, the race for 2027 has kicked off. And the first battle for Buhari's northern bloc. Buhari has a northern bloc, which I think is represented by the CPC in APC. And it is said that they are not happy with the president. But the president, being the politician that he is, he attended a wedding. Now it appears innocent. No, it's not that innocent. He attended a wedding in Kaduna last weekend to try, and also visited Aisha Buhari, Buhari's wife, and so on and so forth. But it is also said in this story that Atiku is making a very good, is making quite some progress, and that it appears that some parts of the northern bloc have pledged their allegiance to him. But you see, in politics you have to be very, very careful. You don't know anything that is going to happen or which way it's going to go until the very last day. To pledge allegiance to a politician is like me saying good morning to sheriff. It's at the tip of their lips. They will pledge allegiance, they'll do all kinds of things. So you are not quite sure